should be live here. Gonna be an interesting session. First time where I'm like really streaming in front of the public. So just did like a little test position here. Also trading on my other main accounts. Gonna keep it pretty simple. My strategy is extremely simple. I mark the highs and I mark the lows for the first 15-minute bar or the 5-minute. I could choose between these two. And then if I see a break below or a break above, I take a setup where I'm risking 0.5%. So I'll see if it's possible to grow this account. I did it before a couple of times, growing this account from 10K to 100K and then to 1 million. But again, the focus is not the money, it's about being process orientated. So the learning curve and managing risk correctly, okay? So you might be asking where I'm trading. So there's a guide in Telegram you can access to free. The Telegram is free, everything is free. Not offering anything more. This doesn't make sense because of my bankroll. It doesn't make sense when 95% of my income comes from trading alone. So always giving the market some time here. I'm gonna zoom a little bit out here to the 5-minute. So right now I'm looking at the US 100 cash. This is NASDAQ 100. You could be trading MNQ, NQ, whatever you want to trade. It's up to you. You are an adult. Take responsibility for your own actions and make sure you're managing risk correctly. So just checking here if everything should work. Yeah, should be good to go. So, not much. NASDAQ, DAX, Wall Street sold off. We might see a pullback again. I don't think it's going to come all the way back again to the top. But if it does, then we're going to take a long and hold on to it. So my overall plan is if we really break above 700, I'll take a long. I'll probably target a couple hundred points. If I see we're going to break below 600, I'm considering taking a short all the way back to 400. I'll wait for the candle, at least the 5-minute candle, to close below. Again, if you don't have time for all this trading back and forth, you have a job and you just want to make it more simple, you could mirror my account, my main account. So every time I place a trade, it will also place a trade on your account. It's 100% automatically. There's no subscription, there's no management fee. You could do that. It's called mirror trading, something I launched. No rush, you don't have to at all. It's just an option if you don't have time to trade with me or you don't get it. Also regarding the broker, everything is linked in the description below here, also in Telegram. Let's get started here. So market is getting rejected here. It's around 670. Let's see if we can manage to break below 600. Then I consider taking a short position. So we sold off right now 80 points. We have the 5-minute candle. It's going to close in 2 minutes. I'm still going to give it some time, wait. But again, I'm not trading for hours. I'm not sitting here trying to predict anything. I'm going to focus on one thing, and that's what's in my control, manage risk correctly, okay? And not where the market is going to go. But everyone thought it would go higher. I don't know if you saw it, but I announced it on my social media that we're going to sell off. We're going to correct itself. It's going to short the NASDAQ. I've just been holding on to the light position. I still think it's going to go lower. Let's see if we get a retracement. Let's see if it bounced back or if it actually managed to stop here around the lows. So again, I could either take a long if we break above here. I could take a short if we break below. If we are holding around the previous lows for the full market or the pre-market session, right? If we're holding around lows here or around 550, I could take trade long at support. So support resistance. I can also take short long on orb, okay? So I kind of like have two strategies. That's super simple, okay? So I'm also gonna stream in my Telegram, just through voice only. And we might be limited if we have too many joining in on YouTube, but we'll see. I think it works. Should be okay. So let's see if market holds here. We have the 5-minute candle. It just closed. New candle coming in here. So I'm gonna use the 5-minute candle today. Opening range breakout, right? Don't want to make it complicated for you. Want to keep it very simple. Make sure you're not trading with funds you cannot afford to lose, and have a set and forget approach. Don't overtrade, don't scalp. It's okay you in and out very quickly, but make sure you have the correct size for your overall bankroll, and never risk more than 1% of your overall bankroll, okay? So again, it could break below, it could also hold, it could push back. If I start seeing some support, I might consider doing a long position, okay? But great trading is all about waiting, and remember, the traders that freaks out is the ones that haven't prepared themselves mentally. I don't know if you're aware of that. There's a little challenge here. So I just opened this account for you. Deposit around 10K in. Very small account. Normally I trade with a larger account, but then everyone can participate, see what I do, learn from it, and we're just gonna grow it. And I will also say, if you don't have $10,000, doesn't make really sense to trade. I'm just honest with you, and that's also why I had that amount deposit and not 5K or 2K, because if you're sitting with like a 1K, 2K account, it really doesn't make sense. I mean, you can still trade after me, you can still learn, but it really doesn't make sense. Like for learning purpose, it does, but I mean, you cannot really make a living from it, and you cannot really make a living from 10K account. First, when we're getting it to 100K, 200K, as we will over time. Did it before, no guarantee, but I'll try my best. But here in the beginning, it's gonna go slow, because we're only gonna risk like $50, like when we're making 150 and up. So we're not gonna make 2,000-3,000 per trade. We could if we're holding on to a good setup. So we've been seeing lows of 550 today and 575. We haven't seen any break of structure. Let's see, do we have any news coming in? Because I think so. Not much, no. But we have news coming in tomorrow, ISM service PMI and non-farm. Okay, interesting. November 6th, nothing really. And then we have non-farm payrolls, right? Or unemployment rates and non-farm average hourly earnings. Unemployment rate, yeah, okay. So Friday, it's gonna be interesting also. Friday and Wednesday, right? That's gonna be tomorrow. But we should also have something coming in today. We'll see. So it looks like we have a potential support. We don't have any break of structure. I could take a long, have my stop loss below. I could also wait like I'm gonna do. Again, I'm not gonna sit here for hours. I'm gonna be quick in and out, make money, walk away. I have a life. Probably gonna hit up the workout. Not time for golf. I mean, the weather is not the best. So 5-minute candle, no close below. We could also zoom out using the 15-minute candle. I'm not going to do that today, but it's going to be something like this. If we manage to sell off actively below 570, consider a short. If we manage to break out, I'll let you know on the Telegram exactly the setup that I'm going to take with the proper risk management. But again, when you're using an orb 5 or 15, you have to make sure you understand how it works. Everyone else is also using it. So now we have to ask ourselves, are they using it correctly, right? So all the institutional investors, hedge funds, right, they're probably trying to take you out, just so you're aware of that. They cannot see your stop losses, but they know how you're trading, so they trade against you. So when you say, hey, long here, they know that. So they're going to push prices above you coming in, and then they're pushing it right back in again, right? So make sure you understand that they might trade against you, and what you're seeing is also what other traders are seeing that might not be profitable. So just be aware of that. So really size down so you can hold on to it, and size down so you can really cut losses quick without even affecting your overall bankroll and your overall results. So we've been opening here for 10 minutes now. We haven't really been seeing much progress on Wall Street. DAX is holding double support. We have DAX that just went down to 23,700. It bounced right off. We're now trading around 23,860. It did the same last time, and we managed to push and be above 800, and we managed to push all the way back to 24,400. So 600 points, 1,000 points up. We could see the same reaction. US 30, so Wall Street is also pushing. We could see a reaction here, so I'm considering buying it, okay? But if you buy it here and you place a stop loss, it's almost like guaranteed they're gonna push it back, so you're aware of that. So just be informed and know the worst case probability, okay? And remember, we go in light, we can always add to it and put more size on if we want. Once we're in break even or in good profit, we move stop loss to profits, and then the next position we could basically go in risk free and risk what we have at least in profit, where we move the stop loss to on the first position. Still waiting, making sure we don't rush anything. Looks like we might see a break above. I'm just using these charts just to get like a little clear overview of what's going on. As you can see, DAX sold off, support. It might cover. I don't think it's going to break below 800, but break below 800 is a short. It could come back, could rally back. Wall Street holding very strong. You might be asking if you should be using anything of these charts. No, just trading view. It's easier. Connect the broker and Telegram. No rush, but it's just to get a better overview of what's going on. So things is pushing up. No really selling pressure. I think they could break out of the structure. As you can see here, also for Nasdaq, we have a break above 625. It might break above 650. So I'm considering doing a long position, and that's probably what I'm going to do now. So you're aware, 5 minute. This is the 5 minute bar, right? So the 5 minute bar, right? Lows, highs, we have break of structure, we have a 5 minute bar that's breaking out. I think we could see selling pressure back to 640 or potentially 600 again. So just be careful. I would rather wait for it to break out of structure, the 700 that I mentioned. Again, it could be a little bit overbought. It just rallied 150 points. Wall Street, Nasdaq sold off first, rallied back. It could be a fake out. It could be here where we should see some kind of like resistant fall longs, but again, it could also continue to rally. So here you have to kind of like bet on, do you want to take a long or do you want to take a short, right? And the idea is taking a long position because we have a break out, and if we especially break out of here, it's a long. So basically just waiting here and then I'll go in. Gonna be a light position here in the beginning. Always add more to it when the account is growing slowly. We adding more, putting more size on when we're getting to 30, 50, 100k. Looks like it's getting rejected here. If we in the next minute or two is not really managed to break above, I'm gonna go for short on my other live account as well. No really break of structure here. It might come, okay? Just waiting here. Don't rush anything. Have to feel comfortable. Let's see. What I see right now is we could still break out. I still think it could rally, but it could sell off. Then I'm thinking about trying to time along. We have break of structure. We have an opening range breakout. I'm trying to time it a little bit. So if it could come a little bit back, I'll take a long. Okay. Okay. Thinking about buying it. So Nasdaq just pushed, but got rejected. So we got rejected at 650. It doesn't really manage to break out. No breakout. Because we are 18 minutes over now, we didn't have really an orb that really finished, and it doesn't really continue to push. I'm very close to take a short, but let's see here. Could also be a long. Waiting for break of structure. Wall Street is pushing out, as you can see right there. It's pushing over. DAX is also very strong, pushing up. Nasdaq is also coming right here. Be careful. It could sell it off from 650 all the way back again, okay? Just be careful. I'm waiting for it to break out or really sell off and then take a long if it holds. So where I want to go long is around here. Where we really want to go short is actually around here, but if we manage to go up, then I just go with the trend, okay? Doesn't really manage to really come above. Just keep getting rejected. It's retesting a couple of times here. S&P is also showing some support, but still very weak. Wall Street getting rejected. DAX doing nothing. So just to take you out, and then they might push you back. You know what? It doesn't really look like they're gonna really. I'm gonna take a short here. So I'm gonna, what I'm gonna do is I would like to target back to 500. Probably have my stop loss at 725. Let's see here. They could push, remember, they could push you out and they could rally, okay? But we could see the same as we saw on Wall Street, where they're pushing you out and then they coming right back in again. The trend is strong. We have an orb. It's a little bit choppy. Okay, we're breaking out here. Let's see. Will this be a fake out? Looks like it's a fake out. So we are above 723. I know market is very oversold. I know we could easily push 50, 200 points, 300 points. I'm aware of that. The market is also pushing right here. Not doing anything, still waiting. Still waiting. Looks like it could get rejected. I'm just being careful here on 700, 730. Still think it's a fake out, but market is very strong, so I have to really respect it and be careful, okay? I'm going for a short right here. You don't have to copy. Let me just see here. It's very slow. Could we really rally, and could it really continue to push? I'm not saying we should not go long. It's a long sign right here, and it could really push. Okay, be careful. Focus on proper risk management. Will this really be the final? I'm gonna short it here. Remember, you should not copy anything I do, okay? Without knowing what you're doing, okay? Go in for a short here. I open a short position. Again, do not copy. I think it could get rejected here, but again, it could also continue to rally. We already sold off a lot, so just be aware of that, okay? We sold off a lot. Market could continue to push even higher, okay? So I'm not risking that much here. Let's see here. Moving stop loss a little bit here. just to see if this is really gonna continue. It could continue, so just be aware of that. We have an orb, I know. I just think it's a fake out, but I could be wrong, okay? Orb triggered. Market is pushing back, okay? Very strong move up. Let's see if it's gonna hold. It looks like it's gonna continue to push. If we do not sell off in the next 5 minutes, I'll exit for a loss, okay? Wall Street pushing back. DAX very strong. Wall Street big push. We shouldn't fight the trend, I know. So make sure you're sizing correctly and not risking more than your 1%. Looks like it's coming back. Again, be careful. Don't do something that you do not get. It's an orb. I just think it's a fake out. And I don't really see much progress. I thought it would push much more in the opening and the first 30 minutes. It pushed a lot. It did. But I thought it would push more. Again, it could stop here. It could rally. It could take us out. I'll close for a loss, managing it, and then come back to it tomorrow morning, trading DAX, okay? Gonna close it in 3-4 minutes if I don't see any progress. Normally my rule is I count to 10, and then if it doesn't work, I'm out. If I'm not in profit. If I'm in profit, I move my stop loss to break even and I hold on to it. Still short. Again, it could hold here, it could push through the roof, and then I'm gonna manage my position and get out. Doesn't seem to work. Again, it could come all the way back, it could rally, be careful, exit your short if it doesn't work. So it's pushing here, no progress, still in for short, still holding it for a couple of more minutes to see where are we going. We could see it's going to push to 820. It could go to 900, so don't be surprised if it's doing that, okay? Still strong momentum. Still pushing. Wall Street and S&P is pushing even higher, and we see Nasdaq is also pushing here. Might gonna get stopped out. Let's see here. I think so. So the overall idea of taking a long above 700 was correct. Let's see. So we have new 15-minute candle come in there. Market just keep pushing. Let's see how high this is gonna go. It already rallied. It's just showing the same patterns. If I take another trade, if I see something in the market, I'll let you know in the Telegram. I still think it's a short, but I'm not gonna risk more. So I'm not gonna re-enter, keeping it super simple. Really strong move. $750, is that gonna be the resistant? But again, it might just push. So on this trade here, risking about 1%, risking between 0.5% to 1% per trade, max 1% per day. Let's see here. I'm currently short with 500 contracts on my other live account. I'm thinking about moving it, but I don't want to do that. That's a bad habit. I get stopped out right there. Let's just see. Nope, still in. Still in for a short. So I'm still short. I can let you know the signal here if you want. Still waiting for it to sell off. Probably gonna target 500, but again, it could also push now. Let's see, it doesn't really seem to really go up or down. Been live for 30 minutes. Normally I don't want to do that. I just want to go in quick, show you the setup. I thought I should, so why didn't I took a long? Because I think the market is going to sell off later on. I think it's going to crash. I think it's going to come lower. We're going to see new lows. That's why. Right? So could I take a long back to 900, back to 26,000? Of course. I choose not to. Doesn't mean you have to. What's here? Let's see if it's going to push above. Might come now. Let's see here. Strong trend. It's very slow. Why don't just take my stop loss and then you can rally? That's fine. It's very slow. looks like it's gonna go up. Come on, do something. I'm actually thinking about if this was really the highs, and I think so. Everyone went long, nothing wrong with that. You should go long if you want to go long. It's up to you. Don't copy, okay? It's very important for me you don't copy me, but you understand why I'm doing it, okay? For some, it might be against the strategy, it's not. Let's see here. Still waiting. Have a quite large short position, just so you're aware. I'll upload all the profits, losses. For me, it doesn't matter if it's a loss or profit. I don't care. I don't mind losing. Okay, I'm okay losing a couple 100K. I'm okay winning. It's not. It's about the process and staying detached, staying mindful, working on myself. Doesn't really seems to work out. It's just coming down and then it's getting rejected. It looks like it's just going to push all the way back up again here. Just looks like it's going to continue. Wow, it's very slow. I knew it. That's why I didn't want to go long. But again, could push. It might go above 750 and then go to 800 or 900. I don't know. Told you guys, remember what I told you. So I'm closing the stream now. I don't want to stream too much, holding on to it. Looks like I was right when everyone wants to go long. There's nothing wrong with going long. You could do that. Still holding on to it. Yeah, this is my setup. You have it right there. This is a 5-hour risk to reward. Very small trade. We're growing this together slowly. One trade per session. That's what I like to do. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay. So, right, getting rejected here at 750. On US Tech 100, we have resistance at 750. So holding it for now. Don't want to take more of your time. I just want to explain my setup. Yes, it was an orb. Yes, it's a 5-minute long orb. Also a 15-minute orb long, but no really further progress. And then I either close it or I stay cash. Today I went short. I'm not saying it's gonna work, no guarantee, but I'm holding on to it. So this is the setup. Happy to take a screenshot and upload it, but you have it. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in.